What's up, everybody? Uh, First of all, can you all hear me? I changed some of my settings and I'm trying to improve some stuff. So even just a thumbs up. Got volume. Okay, perfect. Fantastic. And then also, um, should you happen to notice anything, hopefully slightly better, we're trying to make incremental like infrastructure improvements, so things look better, sound better, all that kind of stuff. So if it seems exactly the same, no need to like go out of your way to let me know. But if you're like, oh, that sounded better, or it dropped fewer things as I said stuff, cool. That'd be great because I won't necessarily know in real time. All right, I'm got a good little crew here. And then one last thing, preemptively, Valerie and Kirsten. This whole thing moves at a slightly different tempo, slightly different pace. So do your best to hang with it. I will keep you going and moving. It takes a little getting used to, but it's not gonna be anything wild. By your second class, you'll be like, okay, I get what we're doing here. All right, guys, let's start off. We got 10 jumping jacks. And follow that up with 5 squats. And then holiday schedule, in case you didn't see it in the Slack channel, I'm not sure who's quite in the Slack channel as of yet, is going to be regular schedule Monday and Tuesday. From there, let's go straight like March. Go 5 each side. Regular schedule Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday will be morning only, no evening. Thursday will be shut down. And then Friday we'll have the morning. And then the following week will be back to normal stuff. Once you got your 5 each side, nice and wide. Sunrise. Good mornings. We'll go 3 each way. Once you got your 3 each way, walking it out, let's get 5 push-ups. Once you got your 5 push-ups, let's get toe touchers. 5 each side. And then if you're absolutely jonesing for a workout on Wednesday night or Thursday or even Friday at some random time, there's probably like 150 recordings at this point that we can send your way. They're in that spreadsheet. We got a ton of stuff. If you're jonesing for a workout, let's go arm series. And then knee hug to quad stretch. A couple more just pro tips. I'm going to shout out things for the first timers out there, just in case. So I can't play music because I'll get flagged for copyright, but you can play music. So I recommend, once we kind of get into it, have your own thing going on. All the mics are muted, so you don't have to worry about your jam coming through or whatever it is. Or you can work on complete silence. That's totally fine as well. Let's get 3 passes of this. But unfortunately, I know there is a method by which I can get copyright-free music and then put it into the thing and all that, but we're not quite there. From there, let's go slightly wide, down for baby makers. And just settle down to the ground. We got back circles for 5. And bird dogs for 5. Make a nice long line, knee to elbow. Reach out, we're getting 5 each side. once you got 5 each side, let's get one passive goat stretch. Just put all the finishing touches on your various angles, hips, rotation. One good pass. Okay, we're going to start playing around with some bands. You're grabbing your skinniest band. We've got pull aparts. Just fire away. I'm not even counting. Just getting a good pump across the back. Nice and easy. Blood flow, shoulder movements. Nothing crazy. And then from there, we're going to switch it up to dislocates. Same thing. I'm not even counting. I'm just moving, getting a little burn in the shoulders. From there, I'm going to step inside the big loop. I got curls, cranking away, nice and easy. Just firing up the biceps a little bit. And then from there, we got band shoulder tees. Let's go 5. And then once you got your 5th one, hang out nice and tall, and we're going back behind and straight up. You may kind of cinch your hands into the middle of the band. I'm getting about 15 extensions, just driving my hands to the ceiling. Fantastic. And let's see what we want to do next. Okay. So we're getting low attachment set up. If you know low attachment, go ahead and go for it. If you don't, hopefully you've got a carabiner. And this carabiner is going to be, Val, no low attachment or no carabiner. So you could probably get this underneath that shelf right there. If that's a pretty sturdy shelf, and you should be fine. You're not going to be putting a ton of force on it, okay? Low attachments. I've got 2 bands rigged up. I'm making my Y. So I've got one band anchored to the wall, the other band making my Y. So my skinny band is going to be threaded through. So I've got 2 independent handles coming out. And Val, we'll get you set up with anchor. No problem. That's an easy one. Okay, so I'm pulling it out. I'm getting 90 90s. 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Keeping my elbows at right angles, so I can't actually pull this way, but it's going to be, that is your range of motion, okay? Let's get 15 passes. Pull the elbows nice and deep, rotate the fists to the sky, rotate back down, press forward to disengage, and then re-engage. Just a whole bunch of scapular retraction and external rotation. Cool. You guys are getting 15 of those. Once you got all those, I'm retaining this band contraption I've got, and I'm going for pull aparts, just like it sounds. I'm opening it up. Whoa, gonna have to get much closer. So I'm contending with widening out that orange band and pulling that red band closer to me. So pull aparts in the exact same way. Just open it up. We got 15. Woo! Trying to drive those fists back behind you. And once you're done there, you can let the band settle to the ground. So in virtual, we do strengthen positions as well. So that we're kind of meandering through our strengthen positions. We're always going to do some shoulder, midline, all that kind of stuff. Okay, next thing, guys, we're going to head into a 90-second plank. And we'll get that started here in about 10 seconds, just letting my clock reset. Standard plank, just trying to keep everything nice and tight. And we're heading down to hands and knees, 90 seconds, in 2, 1, and here we go. Regular old plank. Want my hips to be sturdy, squeeze butt, squeeze the legs. I even like to make fists, drive my elbows into the ground, tuck my belly button into my rib cage, and hang out. Avoid the temptation to kind of shimmy and reset. Part of this is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, squeezing everything nice and tight. And where are we? Got about 40 seconds to go. Periodically scan your body. Think of what came loose, what softened up, re-engage, tighten, flex. Should be pretty uncomfortable, even if you're good at planks. 90 seconds should be pretty uncomfortable. Home stretch, guys, almost there. "15 seconds. Squeeze nice and tight for your last 10 seconds. Squeeze the butt. Tuck the belly button into the rib cage. Make fists. Squeeze the legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2, 1, relax. Oh, okay. Hang out for just a moment. Grab a sip of water if you like. Just review everything we got going on here. Okay. So, with any luck, everyone's got a sandbag. Kind of see y'all get 5 sandbag squats. Standard sandbag squats. It's on the shoulders. Your normal depth settling in. We got 5. Once you got your 5, ditch the bag. We got 5 squat jumps. All the way down, rocket through the ceiling. All the way down, rocket through the ceiling. If you can catch yourself and glide right into the next one, fantastic. If you want to kind of pause and ease down into it, totally fine. Getting 5 squats, jumps. Okay, so that is our first movement complex. We're getting 16 bag squats plus 8 squat jumps. So I'm going to go, we've got 4 movements. So there's going to be basically like a bit of explanation and then we'll get into all the stuff, okay? So that'll be movement pattern 1. Number 2 is dead bugs. We've been working on these a little bit. My goal is to get both my shoulders and hips off the ground. Shoulders are easy, hips much harder. Go ahead and join me down in this position. We're going to go through it because I want you guys to be able to nail dead bugs. And your litmus test is, can you slide your hands underneath your hips? Is there space? If there's no space, well, try and pick up the hips, okay? If the hips don't come off the ground, that's fine. It's very hard to do. My arms are straight up, my legs are tucked. I'm on my shell, I'm a dead bug. Okay, from there, if you can reach out a leg and maintain your abs, which is very difficult, your back wants to go to the ground, pull the leg back, and alternate. Let's get 3 each side, nice and slow, getting long with the leg and trying to maintain hip clearance. You may be thinking like, wait a minute, can I actually do both of these at the same time? Yes, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it is tough. Okay, so that'll be movement 2. We'll talk about reps and all that kind of stuff in a second. From there, we're going to get banded squat pulses. So pick a band, any band. I'm going to go with blue. I like to get it around the shoulders first, so it's all kind of tucked and up on my t-shirt, and then step inside. Tends to be the easiest way to go about doing it. So this is going to be a timed one. We're basically going for timed squats, band-resisted squats. Now here's the thing. It's going to be easy in the bottom, gets more difficult at the top. We're going to kind of balance that out. You'll see here in a second. So can you guys get 3 band squat? That band should track on the outsides of the knees. It's hanging out on the shoulders. You can use as little or as much band as you want, especially once you see what's coming up next, which is squat pulses. I'm hanging out in the base, and I'm getting tiny little 1-inch squats, which are absolute murder on the legs. Okay, let's get 5 pulse squats. You're hanging out in the base, you're getting 5 pulse squats. They should be short. They should be hardly any motion at all. You're thinking like 2 inches up and down. So we're going to go back and forth in that complex. I'll tell you more about reps and time and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and drop the band. We've got one more movement. Oh, just a repeat of what we had. And pull aparts. Simple, we don't need to review this. This is exactly what we did in the warm-up. Okay, so we're going to move sequentially through all of those on not any sort of strict timer. I'm going to count out my reps. You guys follow along the best you can, per the usual. And then, we'll turn these around with about 30 seconds rest in between. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the Bulgarian bags. And so your rep count for this is 16 bag squats, then ditch the bag, and 8 explosive jumps with no bag. Okay, let's give it a shot. Whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and knock them out. We got 16 squats. Normal, regular, nice deep squat, flat feet, knees out. Nothing changes. And once you get your 16, I've kind of lost count, I think maybe 10. Once you get 16, drop the bag and immediately into your squat jumps. So I'm going for my full range of motion. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. You're trying to launch yourself through the ceiling. Point to toes, get tall, get winded. This should be a very taxing activity. Okay, cool. We'll let that one cool down for just a moment. Find yourself on the ground. We'll get our deck bugs going here in just a minute. Now, if you find yourself in a place where you're like, okay, I put the leg out, it's not that big of a deal. If you raise your legs up higher and you're to here, it might be easier to get the legs off the ground, okay? So let's go for 10. 10 each side. So you're reaching out your leg 20 times total. Trying to keep your arms straight up. Get long. Maintain your hips off the ground. Shoulders are off the ground. Lots of control. This is smooth and methodical. If you can nail this one, you got some good ab stuff going on. It's going to be highly correlated with amending low back pain and getting strong across the hips and midline. Woo. And if it's getting a little spicy, you know you're doing it. Oh, man. Okay, once you guys are all done there, hold on, we got 2010, 2010, okay. So the way this is going to work, let's throw those bands on one more time. So it's going to be 20 seconds of squats. So how many do you get? Well, however many you get in 20 seconds, okay? From there, 10 seconds of pulse. So we will get started my clock in 10 seconds. I'll keep you guys posted where you're at. And 3, 2, 1. We got 20 seconds of squats. Getting a good squeeze, a good lockout up top. That's where you'll find the most resistance. And we're going to do this 2 times through. Going to our pulse squats in 3, 2, 1, and 10 seconds of pulse squats. Super shallow. You're in the base, just a couple inches. It should start to burn almost immediately. 2, 1, and back up. Those legs are cooking. They probably don't want to go right away, but you're resisting the temptation to stop and just keep moving. Another 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and pulse squats. Final 10 seconds. Hang out in the base. Get tight. Flat feet. Knees are out. 2-inch squats. 2, 1, and come back out of it. Woo. Oh, mama. Legs are burning. All right. Band pull aparts. So you could even view this one as rest. Somewhere in the next 20 seconds. Just getting them going. We got set at 20. Open up the curtain. Pull your hands back behind you. Get a good squeeze. Your hands are driving high. Nice and far back. All right. 1 round down. We've got 4 rounds. Back to the beginning, guys. Let's grab those Bulgarian bags. Get them up onto the shoulders. We'll get going here in about 20 seconds. Same thing. 16 squats, 8 squat jumps. Try and hang with your depth. Hang with your power. And 2, you can go whenever you want. I'm just getting to a convenient clock time. We're getting 16. You can even go without bag at some point. This is going to get to be a pretty spicy leg day. So bodyweight squats plus squat jumps is still productive. If the legs disappear, because we do got a pretty decent amount of volume. Once you got your 16, toss it on the ground, get your squats, jumps. We go, Ron, accelerate through the ceiling. We go, Val, nice explosive jumps. All the way down, jump through the ceiling. Here we go, Nitin. Here we go, Kirsten. All right. Beginning of our second set. We got dead bugs. We're in no rush. I'm just going to mosey on down to mine about 15 or 20 seconds. Just giving a little space in between sets. You can get started if you want. I'm going to let you know when I'm going to do mine if you want to keep something, if you want to keep with some pace. I'm going to go about 10 seconds. Otherwise, you're just knocking them out. Trying to keep some elevation. I'm going into 1, elevation in the hips. Arms are straight up. We got 10 each side. Nice long leg. Try and keep the hips off the ground. Easier said than done. Requires a lot of squeeze on the abs. To some degree, slower is better. If you did 6 really great ones, that beats racing through 10 each side. This is one that definitely benefits from attention to detail. It's taking your time to get through them. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, those banded squats. Fantastic. Grab a band. Use what you learned from last time. Do you want to go heavier? You want to add a band? Do you want to go lighter? Do you want to use the skinniest band? Do you want to go no band? That would be totally fine. Okay, I'm going to get going here. We'll go in about 20 seconds. Same thing. 20 seconds of regular squats, 10-second pulse. Wait, where am I? 10 more seconds, sorry. Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Nice deep squats, good squeeze up top. Those pulse squats are sneaky. So if you end up ditching the band, that's totally fine. Those pulse squats will come for you one way or another. In 2, 1, settle on the base. We got 10 seconds of pulse squats. Shoulders up, knees are out. Good squat mechanics. Hovering through that bottom 10th of your squat. And 2, 1, back up. Waste no time, guys. Get right into it. And 2, 1, I'm hanging out on the base, getting my pulses. Hang in there, guys. Try and pulse for that full 10 seconds. 2, 1, oh boy. Ah, spicy. Feel a little lightheaded. Okay. Band pull aparts, guys, whenever you're ready. This is basically your active rest. Not super taxing. Just get them down in the next minute or so. Big, wide, open squeezes. In 20 reps or thereabouts. I can never keep track. Okay, that's 2 sets down, 2 sets to go. Take a quick moment, guys. Grab some water. I'm going to grab some for myself. Okay, back to the top. Set 3. We've got 16 squats, followed by 8 jump squats. Go for it whenever you're ready. I'm going to get just a couple more breaths. Let my clock get up to the top. 16 squats, plus 8 squat jumps. Once you drop that bag, it accelerates. Going for it, big time. Try and jump through the ceiling. Okay. We got dead bugs coming up next. Feel free to knock them out, guys. I'm just going to get a breath or two. If you want to continue to follow along with me, that's totally fine. If you want to crank them out, get a little more rest for yourself on the back end, also fine. All right, I'm going to get mine going here. 10 each side, nothing changes. If you can be a little slower, a little more stable, a little more detail-oriented with each passing set, Nothing but upside there for you. Okay, you know what's next. Banded jump squats. Or banded jump squats. That's crazy, that doesn't make any sense. We've got banded squats plus our pulse squats, and we'll get those going in 20 seconds. Alrighty, guys. Nice deep squats. Good tight pulses. 3, 2, 1. And here we go. We're squatting as many as you can in 20 seconds. Settle in deep. It's not a tremendous amount of load. And 2, 1, settle in. We got 10 seconds of pulse squats. Chest is up, knees are out. Good positions, guys. Don't let it collapse. Fire up those quads and hips and back up. Woo! 20 more seconds. Oh, man. That turnaround is brutal. And settle down for your pulse squats. And come out of it and relax. Awesome work. Oh man, I was a little lightheaded after that. Band pull aparts. Get them whenever, guys. Let's knock them out. "20 big squeezes. Open it up. Reach back behind you. Shall we do it one more time? Let's do it one more time. Okay. Getting your bags ready to go. About 20 seconds. Final set. Whatever you have left in the legs. Get nice and explosive on those back squats, jumps. I'm going to get mine started in about 5 seconds. You can start, you can do your thing. But I'm going in 2, 1, and here we go. Oh man, legs are starting to feel like blocks of wood. Not a whole lot left. Woo! Here we go, guys. Final set. Chest up, eyes forward, flat feet. Drive those knees out. Once you got your 16, accelerate through the ceiling. We got 8 final jump squats. Okay. All right, what do we do next? I forget. Dead bugs, that's right. Alrighty, guys. Whenever you're ready, let's get this last set of dead bugs. No time like the present. Reach out a leg nice and long. Control your hips. Go slow. Stay smooth. Fight for good positions. Grabbing those bands. We'll get going here in 10 seconds. Scoot through this last set. Then we'll take a little break before we get into our conditioning. All right, 20 seconds starts in 2, 1, and here we go. Banded squats. Last set, guys. Get as many as you can. Pulse is coming up in 2, 1, and pulse. Short, tight, low, knees out, feet flat, chest up. Hang in there. 2, 1, right back up into it. Continue to squat. Hang in there. Ho, 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 ho. Man, that turnaround stuff. Oh. 2, 1, and pulses. 2, 1, and come out of it. Oh, man. All right, we're done with that. What do we got left? Pull aparts. Oh man, I got nothing left in the shoulders. I think I only got like 12. Try to put it down. Okay. Hang out. We'll take a minute. Grab a sip of water. We got conditioning up next. It's going to be short, fast, furious, Tabata. Not going to take very long, but it's going to be pretty intense. Okay, so we got 2 movements. We're going to go Tabata. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And we're going 12 rounds of 6 rounds of each, 12 rounds total. Okay, so the first Tabata round will be 1 movement, second Tabata round the other, back and forth, so we're done. Okay. The movements are squat jumps, which we just did. Now on an interval, so as many as you can. I squat down, I jump up. I got 20 seconds worth of those. Okay. The other movement is a bag power clean. Bag power clean. Let's do a couple bag swings. Let's get 5 bag swings. If this is your first time doing a bag swing, it's basically a kettlebell swing. That's it. We're getting 5. Good tight hips. Snap, elevate. And your goal is going to be to get about shoulder height, which is going to play into the next part. The next part is go ahead and get it up in your front rack any old way. So I got my palms facing up, grabbing the handles, and supporting across my chest. Let's get 3 front squats. And so power clean, if you've never done it, Kirsten, I saw you do it right out of the gate. That was perfect. All I'm going to do is swing and flip. That's it. That's my power clean. Let's get 3 power cleans. You are flipping that bag up to your front rack. Swivel, catch, dump, and throw once again. 3 power cleans. You can get a little tiny like quarter squat in there. Just receive it gently. But you could just stand, catch it tall. Totally fine. Just 3. And if this is your first time doing power cleans with a bag, you will find that you have to go fairly wide with the legs to accommodate it. That's totally fine. Boom, you'll end up like that. All good. Okay. No time like the present. Let's knock this out. And then we'll get some stretching done at the end. Okay, going in 10 seconds. Make your finishing touches. Your space is looking good. We're starting with those squat jumps going in 3, 2, 1, and first round of squat jumps. We're going for 20 seconds. If you want to turn that into a squat jump and then kind of catch like I am because my legs are kind of pooped, that's totally fine. I'm kind of easing into this a little bit with a bit of recovery in between as opposed to going out hard. And 2, 1, and rest. Find your bag. Time's coming up quick. 3, 2, 1. Bag power cleans. And 2, 1. Okay. That's a total of 2 rounds. We're getting 12 total. This will be round 3 coming up. 2, 1. And we got squat jumps. If you can link them together, if you got gas in your legs, totally fine. I do not. Maybe in the last round. And 2, 1, and relax. All right, guys. Squat cleans coming up. Or not squat cleans, power cleans. 2, 1. Here we go. Swing the bag, catch, repeat. This is round 4. And 2, 1, and drop. 4 rounds down, 4 rounds down, 8 rounds to go. 2, 1, round 5. Squat jumps. Short intervals, guys. Get in whatever you can. Try and keep moving one way or another. Even if it's a little slow and choppy, like I've got going on, totally fine. And relax. 10 seconds rest. Find your bags. Round 6 coming up, almost halfway there. And 2, 1, here we go. And 2, 1, and let it drop. Halfway there, 6 rounds down, 6 rounds to go. Woo! 2, 1, and here we go. Nice deep squat. Accelerate. 3, 2, 1. Round 7, round 8 coming up. Back to our bags. In 3, 2, 1, and here we go. and 2, 1. And 2, 1. Here we go. Hang in there, guys. We got short time. It's round 9. Just 3 rounds after this one. And 2, 1, and relax. 9 rounds down. 3 rounds to go. Then we got stretching. 2, 1, and here we go. Two, 1, and drop it. All right, last 2 rounds, final minute. 2, 1, here we go, all the way down. Good jump. Home stretch, guys. Last set of squat jumps. Hang on, try and keep it moving. And 2, 1. Final set on the bag. Coming up in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Lots of swings, guys. Tight hips. This is it. Last one. And 2, 1, and relax. Oh, goodness. My legs don't have anything left. Okay. As soon as you are able, find yourself into a pigeon pose. Get nice and long, hang out. Just melt into the ground. You're going to hang out here about a minute. Catch your breath. Nasal breathing is always a good idea. And in your own time, slowly moving over to the other side. Pigeon pose, 1 more minute. Melt into the ground, recover, get your breath back. And relax. From there, let's hop into our trainers. If you don't have your trainer set up, that's totally fine. You can go just regular puppy dog or going for a standing puppy dog. Nice variant I like. Feel like I can leverage a little more into it. Hands are up nice and tall. Let those armpits fall forward. Then from there, if you're in the trainer, hands go into a Y. If you're on the ground, you can go into a twisted cross. I'll give you 30 seconds on each side. Otherwise, just hanging out, letting the chest open. We didn't do much upper body, but still getting a little movement there. If you're on twisted cross, go ahead and switch sides. If you're hanging with me on Y stretch, just keep hanging. And go ahead and relax. If you have access to a wall that makes sense, let's get super couch. Drive my knee down into the wall. You have something to support yourself. Even better, if you don't have this, well, you could just go for a good old-fashioned quad stretch, post up on something. Really anything that gets a quad and the hip flexor is golden. So you got a couple options. You can mimic me here. I'm just grabbing my foot. I've got my bench. Or if you got a wall that you can drive your knee into, obviously a great choice if you have it. Open up those quads and hip flexors a little bit. We're going 1 minute each side. Nice job, guys. That's a lot of legs, a lot going on. I was feeling burnt out in my legs after like the second set. And that just keeps coming and coming. Okay, let's go to the other side. Kirsten and Val, I'm gonna send you guys an email with just a couple of questions since we've been doing this for a while now, so I'm got a couple of feedback topics for somebody who's just hopping in now. I'm curious as to, and then also just making sure you have proper setups for everything if you have questions about how some of those movements should have gone down. We'll figure it out. Okay, go ahead and relax from there. We got one more. We're gonna settle down on our backs and then go pretzel stretch. If you've never done pretzel, I'm gonna cross over, pin one down, grab that bottom foot, and then try and breathe it all to the ground. We'll hang out here about 30, 45 seconds. And let's switch to the other side. Okay. And relax. Okay. Woo! Nice work, everybody. Once again, schedule this week will be, today's Monday, so Tuesday, everything's normal. Wednesday will be morning only. We run a 7 a.m. class if you want to hop in at 7 a.m. Thursday, nothing. Friday, 7 a.m. We don't run a 5:30 p.m. on Friday. And then back to Monday per the usual. So, well done, everybody. Nice work tonight. See y'all next time. Hope you had a good workout.
Thanks, Ed.
See you, Nitin. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, Andrew.